y'all know I could have went outside and smoked. I had to finish some, and I'm still not really done with all the work that I have to do, but I'm gonna finish it in the morning. I'm actually tired. I'm ready to lay it down and get a little bit of rest. Um, you know what? It just it's extremely disappointing and disturbing, seeing some of the most mentally ill black people that I have ever seen in my life. Okay. And so I was looking at somebody that I was warning. I keep telling this girl to quit bringing up my name. I keep telling her to stop. I keep informing people in that group that they know my name and they are going to FIFO. I don't have to keep saying that over and over again. And I'm not going to keep saying that over and over again. But apparently, this very, very, very mentally ill person who is literally physically ill because of his choice of his diet of consuming his own dung. And we know what dung is. If you don't know what dung is excrement, feces. Do I look like I need to respond to this person for the rest of my life? Do I look stupid? Clearly, the dude is using that to continue to have a response from me in social media. So he's trying to use saying that as some kind of form of control, and I'm not falling for it. So I don't have to respond to any of that. Really, what needs to be done is mentally ill people need to be looked after better. I'm not going to continue to respond to that dude, and I don't give a damn about two, three, four, five people that want me to continue to respond to this dude. I'm not going to do it. If I say anything to him about anything, it will not be that. I can't. That's not a part of my thought process, you know, and literally like that's a part of his thought process. Something so disgusting and repulsive, I'm not going to respond to it. But what I will tell you is that he's not going to survive my wrath, is what I will tell you. So I'm not going to go back and forth with it. Listen, that is so sad when you come to social media and you allow you know what's crazy is that even when I was personally involved with that person, I literally wasn't tripping off of him to that capacity. It was literally just something that I was doing. I couldn't get rid of him at the time. I was in much too much of a vulnerable position, being in a city where I had no family, and the family that I did have there, I don't really talk to. My only family in Georgia that I did talk to lived in Savannah, and they moved out of Savannah, Georgia years ago. So I was only in a vulnerable position and couldn't figure out a way to get away until I did. Now I'm not saying that any disgusting sexual acts happen like that, but it's only a matter of time that he cannot avoid. Now we all saw him on camera, and I know for a fact that he's suffering from some kind of kidney failure. I know that for a fact. I know that he's always in and out of the hospital with his blood pressure. He's suffering already, and he'll continue to suffer. And saying untrue things about me is not going to change that. I'm not going to continue to waste my precious, precious time and my precious, precious breath. You know, that's just like if I were a nurse working in a mental health facility. Nobody's going to waste time dealing with that. That's a mentally ill person, very mentally ill. I'm not entertained by mentally ill people. You know, that should never be happening. But I do want to make comment on how demented people are. Let's make comment about that. That's not love. For you to equate that with love, you don't know what love is. There was never any love between me and that dude. Never. So people that are saying that are sadly mistaken. They probably have never been in a healthy relationship. Um, they probably have never been loved. I've been loved. Okay, all of the real men that I had in my life, my baby daddies, all of them love me. The man that I'm with now loves me. Okay, that right there, that's not love. So I feel sorry for you if you equate that as love. You ain't about to convince me, honey. No. Mm-mm. So I'm not going to sit up here and respond. He's going to probably do a lot of shocking things to get attention. I don't care, to be honest with you. He'll get what he got coming to him. Because I done already fixed that situation. Also, another thing, y'all do know that the whole talk of feces and urine is they think that they're doing some kind of domination ritual work. It's all gonna fail, and not only that, backfire miserably. I already told y'all what the deal was with that. There are people that think that they're practicing voodoo. They think that they will give themselves special powers if they consume their own excrement. Okay, there are people out there that believe that. They believe in that. They believe that if they consume their own excrement, and that is what I believe that he does. Okay, straight up and down. You know, it's the same thing, just like when somebody said her eyes are yellow when we can all clearly see my eyes are not yellow. You're saying that because your eyes are yellow. It's always projection. It's clearly something wrong with all of those people. Clearly. So, you know, and that has nothing to do with me. And I'm not responsible for it. I have nothing to do with it. But I do know that the little tactics to constantly get my attention, I'm not falling for it. Okay? Disgusting. Hold on, y'all. Let me get rid of this person. How do I, wait a minute, why is this is different. Okay, there we go. I mean, that's either him or a mentally ill troll in the chat room. The mental illness is funny. And then also they're lying. They keep saying, you're just saying that because you're embarrassed about what she said about you. No, he's saying that because that is what he is into. And I never participated in no crap like that with him. And he knows that people have been talking about him like that for years. In fact, he was caught on camera asking a prostitute to go in his mouth. And since I've been back home, I've gotten checked out. I don't need a doctor to tell me that I'm healthy. I'm very healthy. I'm good. I think what I was dealing with mainly was the, possible, risk of going through too much stress. And I'm good at this point. Okay. So nobody over here is going to continue to respond. Let them go live and say it over and over again. Yeah, let him go. Listen, he looking real crazy. And we all know it. Okay, nobody is and he's not going to use that as a tactic, and they're not going to use that as a tactic to get me to continue to respond to that. So, it's been all day. They all want a response. He wants a response. He wants some attention. It ain't even about attention though. It's literally about I was busy all day. I'm busy every day. I have something better to do every single day. You know what I mean? So he can sit up there and embarrass himself every day if he wants. Eventually, the ball is going to drop. And I believe God is going to get him. Okay. Eventually. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. I don't give a damn about what he's talking about. Okay. But what I will tell you is that at any moment, something gonna happen to him. Okay, something bad is gonna happen to him. That's a fact. Okay, this going back and forth and doing all that stuff. I'm not interested. And then I'm not interested in that conversation, which is why you see I don't even say it. A person that says things like that, that's what they're into. He's into that type of thing, apparently. I didn't know. There's a lot of people that you can deal with that you don't know exactly what they're into. He's letting it shine. Let it shine all around. Okay, go ahead and just keep saying it. We all know that that's what you like. No, I'm not smoking. I'm about to eat some milk and cookies. I got some chocolate chip cookies that I'm about to eat, so I gotta go. And I got milk. Something that he's jealous of. He's always been jealous of my ability to drink milk because he's lactose intolerant. I can promise you that he's not lactose intolerant. And I'm not saying this, lactose intolerance is a real thing. Okay, just like any other food allergy. But In his case, I'm pretty sure the reason why his stomach is so messed up is because he literally is over there putting feces in his mouth. Trust me, I've smelled it on his breath before, and he tried to pass it off as morning breath. Stigmatize me. I brush my teeth every day. I'm clean. I don't have nothing to do with whatever disgusting crap he's into. That's him that's into that. That's him. Again. Okay? Mm-hmm. Absolutely disgusting. All right, y'all. That's pretty much it. I gotta go. Bye.